Have you ever gotten that white light on your cycliq? We're going to see if we can figure out how to get that fixed. I bet you all you got to do is reset the battery. So if you pull out the plugs in the back, there's little rubber inserts, and then there's a Phillips head screwdriver in there, or Phillips head screw in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take this thing out and see what happens. It's broken anyway. As you can see a screwdriver underneath that plate. And once you get that screwdriver on the plate, we're going to pull that apart. Okay, so we pulled it apart, and you can see there's the front of the unit. There's the battery. I'm going to disconnect it. Now that I've disconnected that, I'm going to put this thing by the fan. It did get a little moisture. I got caught in the rain, so I'm kind of hoping a fan will just kind of dry out some of the electronics. I can go further too. There's more Phillips screwdrivers in here, but I think if I just put this by the fan, it'll actually be fine. It looks like it's pretty dry. I don't even know why. I barely got any rain on this thing, so we'll see what happens. I have unbricked the white light on the cycliq. So after I unassembled it, and I don't have the full unassembly because it was pretty invasive, you have to really kind of wiggle your stuff through there, and you can kind of get it out of the packaging, but you got to take out several screws in order to do it. And then you need to take out, there's a little transmitter in here. You pull that out with a decent set of tweezers. Take the camera out. What I would suggest to do it, the battery did not reset it. What I ended up doing was inside of the thing itself, you can take the ribbon strips off by just pulling that black flap off right there and pulling them out. And then what I did, and maybe you don't even have to do that, but what I did was I cleaned this with alcohol, blew it out, and then cleaned this one. Let me see if I can focus on that one here. This one with alcohol on both sides. So I took the strips off, cleaned them out. I powered it up, and it came up with a white light. I gave it just 2 or 3 minutes sitting there, and all of a sudden it now works again. Now the trick is to see if I can actually put this thing back together. Okay, so now that clip is in there. That clip is in there. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to clean my fingerprint off that camera, because we're going to put it back in the housing. It's still a little dirty there. I have a better cloth. Get rid of that fingerprint. All right, so now I'm going to take this piece. This is some sort of sensor. That sensor right there needs to be facing down right there. So I stick that in there like so. Okay. I have the clips on and that on. I am ready to put this thing inside of it. You need to pull these things out because of the buttons. That's what I figured out when I was taking this apart. If I can get back together, let's see. Okay. So, a couple things you really got to watch out for is, one, in the camera lens, when you're doing the wiring, make sure the wire is pulled back. Otherwise it won't set in here correctly. Once you've done that, put your screws in there, put the SD card in there, connect the cables, and then you can see, make sure that everything is working correctly. It is now working. So now I'm going to take this and turn it off. Put the shield back on it here. this goes in like so, if I recall correctly. Just like so. Come on, stick in there. Oh, interesting. I still got the white light. So did it not? Oh, come on, man. Dude, I give up. How can you go from working to broken? Let's try this again here. Unbelievable. I wonder if the battery's dead. I doubt it. One, two, three, four, five. That's it. It's done. All right, so it's working again. I have no idea. This thing's probably not going to work for very long. But I did get it finally working with going through and cleaning all that stuff out and rehabbing the device. So I'll be impressed if I can actually turn this thing off and turn it back on and actually get it to work. We'll see what happens here. Okay. Okay. Seems to be functioning through all of the ways. All right, let's turn it off. Turn it back on. It's working. I fixed it.